Welcome to ASL Chats, the esports program where my hairdresser got sick before I came on today. This is one of our last weeks of Nitro ASL, the esports league that we've been covering. So we'll look at some results, and then at the end of the episode, we have an interview with Ian, a sports radio presenter from Voice of the Cape, here in Cape Town. He'll be telling us about his experiences in radio, how he got into it in the first place, and if he thinks the skills from streaming or even making videos are transferable into radio presenting. I started playing a really fun co-op game that just came out called Split Fiction. It's a really cool game where you play as two different authors, one a sci-fi author and one a fantasy author, and where their worlds collide, and you kind of have to play through both elements of the games, trying to escape their fantasy and works. Super fun, very easy. It is by the same creators as It Takes Two, so it is a co-op game. You can't play it single player. Maybe with that in mind, we can get some gameplay from me and Jason. Are you keen to play?
Yo, I'm so in, but wait. You have to buy the game and I'll just get the friends pass.
That's true. There's a friend pass, so only one of you has to buy the game, and you can play it with someone who just downloads the base game. Perhaps we'll look at a game review on the channel next week. Sign-ups for the Esports League in Term 2, Nitro ASL, will open this Friday, the 14th of March. We'll take your results from Term 1 and seed you into different divisions based on your results, so that you can play with players in your skill category for Term 2. Last week we had the Kieran Dava, which I have been hyping up for some time. It was absolutely awesome, and I managed to speak to so many cool presenters and teachers and just have a fantastic time. I learned a lot of things, and I interviewed a lot of teachers. So instead of putting them all on the program, I'm going to show you the blooper reel, but then I'll be posting the interviews probably in the next few weeks. Not on the main video channel, or not on the main video series, but they'll be their own separate videos, so you can take a look at whatever interests you. Did I push record? Awesome. We are here with Julia Robson. Let's start again. You can really see the height difference now.
Look at me. Every single time, and more schools actually getting involved.
Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, just checking.
Okay.
How has it evolved over the years?
This fly is loving the mic, so hold on, let's start that again.
We are here with Glenn from ACER. How would you like to introduce yourself?
Using a microphone and talking to you.
Fantastic.
Just joking. We don't start again.
No, I am joking. I just want to cut my book out so it looks like I'm asking you stuff off the top of my head.
Fair enough.
We are here with Ruan, Daddy Cool. He gets to be in the sun because he's important. You know what I look like? Although he kind of looks a bit overexposed. Maybe I do need to swap that. Oh, it's so bright. Why Daddy Cool?
Hi. Why?
Why? Who? What? But why Daddy Cool?
Why Daddy Cool? Well, the name I'm guessing is what you're asking in this case is.
Hoërskool Bellville has joined the revolution. They now have 10 fully capable gaming PCs that they are playing off. I'm going to show some pictures and videos over here, but it looks like they're fully set up. It comes as a great time, and it's a fantastic milestone because they'll be hosting a sports day in the coming months that'll feature so many different schools playing esports at their venue. They will be playing EAFC, Brawl Stars, Clash Royale, Rocket League, and Brawlhalla. That event will be happening on exactly the 12th of April, so next month. I'm really excited about that, and I've heard that they've got a lot of students participating in that, and lots of different schools from different backgrounds, including our TTGE school that we had on the show 2 weeks ago at this point. Very cool, and it's good to see that they're getting out to different esports events around the country. We also went to UCT Orientation Day, where all the clubs and societies just show off what they have on offer, and we helped the UCT Esports Committee put down some PlayStation, have them play some EAFC, Brawlhalla, and all the other games that they have on for the club. It was fantastic chatting to incoming students and seeing what the road ahead lies for UCT. We have a little interview with one of their committee members, so I will roll to that now. Interview City this week.
Okay, so my name is Gino Janus. I went to Alexander Sinton High School, and my favorite game is EAFC 25. So the reason why someone should join UCT Esports is because we're inclusive, we include everybody, and the main thing is we make it about fun. Yes, gaming is competitive, but the main thing is we're here to enjoy ourselves, and at UCT Esports you can do that, especially if you want to unwind with all the stresses that university can cause. why we are better than Stellenbosch is because we put our all into it. We have the dedication, we have the motivation, and we always want to be the best. And as the best university, and that's self-proclaimed, we always want to strive to be better than everybody. And that's why esports, the fastest rising game in South Africa, we want to be the best in it because that's what we want to be. So personally, my goal is to go to USA, and I want to be part and I want to qualify for the new event by Rage. I want to be there, I want to be top, I want to be at USA. I want to be amongst the people who have already won. Like one of my friends, close friends, he's already won it. I want to experience that. It's a great experience. And as a personal goal is I just want to be there, I want to up my level, and I want to be known as one of the best players. I just want to grow the club, I want to make it very big. I want to show that esports is a sport that it's a sport that can be compared to all the other sports. It can be compared to football, it can be compared to rugby, it can be compared to any other club. It can be something that everybody can join because we have the drive. We are a club that wants to be amongst the best, if not the best. What can you expect? Nothing but greatness, nothing but greatness. You're going to be part of a community, you're going to be part of a family. And what I can say is if you're new, if you're casual, you're going to be better, you're going to want to be, you're going to have the drive as us, you're going to want to be part of the pro scene. And also if you're just a casual, you want to play, like I said, it's a great unwind. Also, we treat you like family. Here at esports, we are family. Best snack while gaming? Definitely main notes. Main notes, Red Bull, I mean all the snacks, any snack.
In upcoming events, we have the Kuro Gauteng LAN. That'll be happening at Kuro Aurora. I have no idea where that is besides in Gauteng, so I'm sure Google Maps will just appear next to me now. The closing of the signups is the 14th of March, and they will be playing Minecraft PvP, which is kind of like Capture the Flag, Dota 2, Rocket League, 3v3, Overwatch 2, and Valorant. The actual LAN itself will happen on the 28th and the 29th of March. I'll probably be flying up there, so 90% chance that you might see me there if you are participating. Now for results. We are going to break this up a little bit. Not all the results are finished, so I'm going to focus on Fortnite this episode and look at some of the other games in next week's episode. Our top 5 for Fortnite, in 5th position, we have St. David's Marist Inanda with 452 points. Hoërskool Klerksdorp, 498 points in 4th position. In 3rd, we have Pinelands High School with 543, just a little bit more. Then Glenwood High School with 548. And in 1st position, which is crazy because they weren't even on the leaderboard for the first 2 weeks, we have Paul Roos Gymnasium with 653 points.
Yo.
Those 5 schools, plus the 27 next best schools, have earned their position in the Premier League for Fortnite, which will happen in Term 2. Some of these teams may not have played against each other. They may have been in different lobbies. But now we'll take the best of the best, put them in one lobby, and have them fight it out. Those other 27 schools, I'll just read out just to give them a throw of flame. The schools that made it are Dianke, Edgemead, Samtrek, 10-year online school, Grey College, Oosmoed, Hillcrest, Kuro Brackenfell Primary, Witbank, Westphalia, Crawford College, Lone Hill, Kuro van der Bijl Park High School, Eagle House School, Rondebosch Boys High School, Zwartkop, Alderaan, Protea Heights Academy, Hoërskool Rustenburg, Redham, Bedford View, Eden Glen High School, Thomas More College, IVA Global School, Hoërskool Middelburg, Kuro Century City High School, Kuro van der Bijl Park Primary School, Hoërskool Brackenfell, and Hoërskool Linden. So if you heard your school name there, congratulations, you are in our Premier Division and are one of the best 32 schools in South Africa right now for Fortnite. The rest of the results for the other games we will share next week just as they are finalized. So next week will be a massive result episode. There won't be any stream games this week, so I'd really like to take this opportunity to encourage you to watch some South African streamers. Unfortunately, most of them swear, so I can't actually recommend them to you, but you could watch me.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch our stream.
After this short break, we'll be back with Ian and he'll tell us about the radios. Welcome to Ian Packer, radio sports presenter for Voice of the Cape, Cape Town. How would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
Thank you for having me, Adam. Yes, I would call myself the sports presenter at Voice of the Cape, but also the host of Sports Central, which is also hosted at Voice of the Cape in Salt River.
100%. He's also someone that we've gotten to work with a few community outreach programs, specifically with SAFA, but really invested in the esports space. We've done a lot together to bring the community closer in that way. Where was that first event we had with the orphanage? Do you remember that one?
It's been a while, but I do remember, yes, and we did it in Athlone. It's in St. Francis home. It was with another radio station, which I obviously can't give them commercial rights right now. But yes, so e-gaming it's something that it brings a different dynamic to life. It says that the able and differently able-bodied person can participate, and that is close to my heart.
100%. And as a radio presenter, is this very different to being on video versus just having the audio? Does it how does that make you feel?
It makes me a bit nervous, as you can see. Normally a lot looser on air, but it's brought different dynamic to the media space. The world is smaller right now, and going between the radio and having the visuals, it's what's selling these days. But it says that you guys have started with the e-gaming.
100%. I almost like to think of it as like going from 2D to 3D when you're at the cinemas.
Yes.
You're just adding that extra element, just getting those facial expressions, really brings out another layer, makes it a bit more colorful. How long have you been running your show that you are currently doing?
In fact, the 1st of March was 1 year exactly. So this is like an anniversary little snippet that we are doing. But yeah, I've been on air now for 1 year exactly.
That's so exciting. I find radio so interesting. I mean, you can reach so many different people, especially just tuning in on their way to work or anything like that while they even are working maybe in the background. What made you decide to start pursuing radio, or how did the opportunity come your way?
If I must tell you, a few years ago, I was approached by an agency to go on the radio. And because I'm a shy, introvert person, I try to hide behind that. I declined, and it just shows full circle that a year ago I was just at the right place at the right time and received the call, do you want to do our sports? And I wasn't going to say no this time.
Yeah, 100%. It's all about taking those opportunities, I think. What do you think they saw in you that made them think, man, this guy, we need to put him on air talking about sports?
Look, it's also content, knowledge, and also you got to have a vibe about you.
Right.
Sometimes I feel I don't have it because when you go into show, you got to get yourself ready. You got to click yourself into gear, and I think it's that. It's going into the unknown because it's not prepared. Anything can go wrong. Anybody can ask you a question of 1940, and you got to be able to answer them. And that's normally the ups and downs of being on the radio. Is that you got to be up to date with everything, and I think that stood me in good for this position.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And how do you click on? How do you prepare for a radio segment? Do you meditate, or how do you get in the zone for that?
So what I normally do is I zone out about 5 minutes while driving into studio, and then we've got a lift which has a mirror, and then you just got to smack yourself to get into with your game face on, and then just switch on. And when that lift opens, automatically you switch on because you got to click into gear.
That's an awesome routine. I think I need something like that for the show because personally, when we do the takes for the other section, I have 20 takes where I just can't get in, and it's just shouting nonsense, you're smacking yourself. Obviously, we don't have to be live, so very easy for me to just cut and chop here and there. What has been your favorite moment on the radio show that you can remember in the last year? So
what the show has done, the tagline on Sports Central is from grassroots to global. And we've seen many community-based sportsmen, athletes, come onto the show and then go and achieve great things, go and represent the country. And we've also used the show as a platform where we raise awareness that why are our athletes, why are they being charged to wear the national emblem? It should be a natural thing for the government or the province to pay for that. The athlete has done enough to get there and sacrificed enough to be able to be a subject matter expert in their field, and have to still have the extra financial burden. And I think the show has broken a lot of that dimension, and we've actually got the provincial ministers that are listening to the show, the cities, the right people are listening to the show right now, and that is what's important.
Fantastic. That's an amazing accomplishment. I remember there's so many fundraisers and things going out from teams that are trying to get international, just trying to get to somewhere they've qualified for, and it is horrible to have that setback being monetary. So amazing that you're doing that and reaching out to the right people. I guess speaking of guests, who are some of your favorite, no, maybe not favorite, but legendary celebrities you had the honor of speaking to on your show?
So what we've done is, as I said, the tagline is from grassroots. So we've taken the normal community person who has now achieved a national honor, the likes of Tasneem Solomons, who is the current 8-ball black belt world champion, the likes of Ghulam Talib, who is 50, who went to go and represent the South African veterans at the over 50 World Cup, and they won the bowl plate, I think. We've had Nasif Morris, ex-Bafana Bafana. We've had the likes of the swimming sensations, the differently abled swimmers. We've had kids that have gotten a disabled incident on the field. We've managed to come and say, sports is not just about the 11 people or the 7 people going onto the field. It's the other part of it, the holistic part of sport.
Right.
We've done that. I've had the president of the Cape Town Sports Council in the studio just to speak about how many athletes there are that are participating in sports in Cape Town on its own.
Fantastic. I mean, that's amazing. What a colorful lineup. And I really do like the idea that you're taking and targeting so many different people who have just made a big difference in their communities.
You made an appearance on the show?
I have made an appearance on the show. We'll try and find a clip from that and just maybe post it. What would you say to students that are interested in getting into presenting, radio or otherwise? What is something you think they should work on?
Confidence and your content. You have one shot. There's no retake. There's no take two. It is you got to be accurate with your content. You got to be accurate with your facts and know the sport, know the codes, know the administrative part, know the constitutions. It's not just I'm watching football and I think that I can commentate on it. There's a background story.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously with confidence, I assume practice makes perfect, whether that's in the mirror, speaking to your parents, speaking to your audience, may that be your pet goldfish or anything like that. Do you think in that vein that maybe streaming or recording videos, maybe on YouTube or Twitch Lite or other streaming platforms, do you think that could be an intro, see if you're good for it, see how you do and recording and then maybe move from there? Or
Yeah, look, I never had that opportunity like today, where it's accessible. Everybody can have a camera and a mic and go onto it. And I think today's generation is a lot more bolder compared to where we come from, where we were a bit shy. Can we say this? Can we not say this? Where the youngsters of today just goes for it and we deal with the aftermath.
Yeah, we've seen some very wide-spoken people come up through like TikTok and all those other ones. So yeah, you definitely can make a name for yourself. It's a lot more accessible. You just have to grab that opportunity like we've been saying. Last thing I want to ask, is there any message you maybe want to leave with schools that are thinking about what they want to do or what programs they need to institute?
I do think that the curriculum needs to change in a bit, that it becomes more modern and more focus driven on what the individual wants, because we should not box somebody. I was useless at mathematics at school. It's a joke I tell everybody, but I ended up being a businessman still. I'm ended up where I am now doing sports, where sports was my passion at school, but then it was never a subject. Media should be a subject already. Just as an intro, we should get kids to be themselves and express themselves and what their strength is. You can't force somebody to sit there and do an accounting system who doesn't want to do bookwork. It's just where that is. But to our school kids, I do think that education is still the most important and the most vital aspect of life. It's more for yourself than for anybody else. It's gaining the knowledge. It is preparing yourself for what lies ahead.
Thank you so much for your knowledge. This has been an amazing interview, and hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon.
Yeah, no, you better come back to the studio. I must say that there was a big cry for you. I mean, we even had you guys at our festival, at the Voice of the Cape Festival, where you came. But we do feel that we need to do a bit of work there, maybe bring you guys into the spotlight. But in fact, the fact that I want e-commerce sports to be, because it's a way of life. It's also an income stream and income revenue for somebody. So that kid that is sitting on the corner that is maybe not good at football outside, but can sit here with a controller and still be the world champion.
There's a place for them.
Yes, I mean, I just met Julio the other day. I walked into him and guys like Julio still that is around. That it's about them and giving them the recognition. And that's what I'm saying. There should be another Adam. I mean, you're good at your game that you play. You like the fantasy games. I watch these things. Trying to get myself au fait with everything. But as I said, it is a way of life. It's become a revenue, an income for somebody. It's become a sport.
Yeah, 100%. And I love that you mentioned Julio because I think we might be having him on the show next week. So that's a fantastic segue into that.
Yes, no, he's an amazing character. I love what he's done for the sport, and I love that he's still putting into it.
He's amazing.
Yeah. So thank you for having me,
You're very welcome.
and we will do this again.
Fantastic. And I'll be bringing some PlayStation over your side soon, maybe.
Yeah, no, we definitely need to. We need to get Sports Central. We got to get a game for Sports Central, and we start a competition.
Fantastic. All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Radio sports. Let me take that from the top. See, that's a nice thing. We can go. It's very different to live. A radio presenter, a radio sports presenter, a presenter,